Girls, what time is it?
Adventure time!
The plan is we're gonna go rock climbing today down in Maple Canyon. Where we're headed is Fountain Green area right here in Utah. This is a place called Maple Canyon. There's some rock climbing cliffs there. And here is the Nephi, Utah Supercharger to give you an idea of where this is. So we'll be coming south on I-15 here past Utah Lake and then heading there. On this map, all of these red lines show roads that we've driven during adventures with our Tesla. Red Ledges, Spiral Jetty, Rush Valley, the Nebo Loop, and now Maple Canyon. I will put a card up here in the top right corner that will be a playlist of all of the adventure videos that I've made about these regional adventures. So for this one today, we drove down I-15 down to the Nephi turnoff here and continued eastward down here past Fountain Green and then down here into Maple Canyon, where there are a bunch of beautiful areas here to rock climb. The car is estimating that we'll arrive with 51% battery, so depending on how things go, we may have to charge the supercharger to get back home, so we'll see how it goes. If we look over here, we can see that the car is at 98% battery and it's 57 degrees Fahrenheit, but it'll definitely be getting a lot warmer than that. So let's get started. The drive down was a total of 1 hour and 3 minutes of driving, and that is just over 72 miles. But we actually consumed just over 86 rated miles. Now, if you don't know what a rated mile is, it's just the average that Tesla estimates the car will consume per mile of electricity, and that's a combination of city and freeway driving. In our case, it was almost entirely freeway or highway driving. And so that's 300 watt-hours per mile is the rated mile. And so in our case, we used 426 watt-hours per mile, and that is why we used up more rated miles in the actual 61 miles that we drove. And that is a 71.2% efficiency. That I have found is a little bit low. Usually going on the freeway, it's closer to 80, but we were going up in elevation, so I'm not surprised. Now, this drive consumed 34% of our battery, or 26.31 kilowatt hours. That equates to 79.1 miles per gallon equivalent. At 10.9 cents per kilowatt hour, which is the average cost for electricity here in Utah, that would have cost us $3.28 of electricity, which is $7.29 cheaper than it would have cost us if we drove a gasoline vehicle with 25 miles per gallon and $2.50 per gallon. Incidentally for us, since we have rooftop solar, this trip was powered by the sun. We gained a total of 1,307 feet in elevation. The canyon that this arrow is pointing at is Maple Canyon, where we're headed, and these fields are just so beautiful looking in Fountain Green as we drove through. As we approached Maple Canyon, we passed through lots of farmland that included various livestock, and also off here in the distance you can see Mount Nebo. As we approached the entrance to Maple Canyon, the cliffs deep inside the canyon started to be visible, and then as we approached, the cliffs became really imposing, sheer on either side. As a status update, we are almost there to Maple Campground. We'll be there in 2 minutes, and we're down to 53% battery, and it's estimating that we'll arrive with that. There's some cool cliff faces here. This is roughly what we're going to be seeing where we're going rock climbing. We're raising the air suspension here because there are some bigger rocks out there on the road. We're here. We're at Maple Canyon. You can see the mountains are pretty awesome here. This is a day use fee area, so it costs $5. You have to put it in an envelope over there. It's a gravel road, so of course our car got super dusty. The area that we're gonna go rock climbing is up in that area there. Hey! Hey girls! What are you gonna do?
I can rock climb.
Yeah!
Then I will.
All right, let's do it. Lucy, are you so excited?
Yeah.
Thanks. Kind of. Are you a little scared?
They're gonna hold you?
Go, Lucy. Uh-oh. She's way up there. Good job, Lucy. Go, Lucy. Yeah. Where are you?
I'm on the wall with Toby.
Yeah. Look, Mom, no hands. All right, come down.
That's fun.
Give me 5.
Great.
There you go.
Kind of fun.
Yeah, she got to the top. Oh, Lydia looks ready.
Walk up to the wall.
Hey, Lydia.
After Clara.
Look at you, Lydia. You're climbing.
Shake.
That's how high Lydia has gotten so far.
Put your foot up in that little hole for it.
See, look, right here. Put your right foot right there. Yeah.
Perfect.
Lydia got all the way up there. Look at that. You're climbing so high. She's coming down. Okay, just lean back. Okay, now just let go of the rock.
There you go.
Whoa, there you go. Lydia, can you give me 5? Yeah. Clara, you're doing it.
Hey, Clara. You're doing it.
Oh, you gonna keep going?
Oh, yeah. All right. Show me your happy face.
Can you show him your adventure face? There you go.
Show me your happy face, Clara. Yeah. What did you think of rock climbing, Lucy?
Great.
Yeah.
Your favorite.
Did you find some flowers?
Yeah.
Oh.
Flowers, flowers.
Oh, Lydia, I want to see your flowers. Whoa.
Flowers, Dad.
Oh, go get them. And Clara, what do you have?
Sticks.
Yeah, sticks.
Look, there's some yellow flowers.
We finished our rock climbing and we're just going on a little adventure hike now through the forest, and then we'll get back to the car and head out.
Why are we down here?
We're exploring.
Sunflowers.
Oh,
Here.
those are some pretty yellow flowers. Oh, yeah. Can you get in, Clara? Is it cold? Woo! There you go. Just get your feet wet first. Just, oh, there you go. Hey girls, we're back in the car. Did you have so much fun rock climbing? Yeah? What was your favorite part?
Rock climbing.
All right, looking at the car here, the battery is at 47%. It just barely moved to 47%. It was at 51 when we left the car, and I had the AC at 80% the whole time to keep my batteries cool in the car. The outside temperature is 64 degrees, so it wasn't that big a deal, but it did consume 4% of the battery at this point. We're barely out of the canyon, and the girls are all asleep. All right, we have received reception, just barely, and we've navigated up north, and it looks like we're going to be getting home with 19% battery. And this is our power graph. You can see this heavy spike right here. The top of this, where it cuts off, is 900 watt-hours per mile, so it spiked way above that. That was us going up into the canyon, and the terrain was pretty steep, so that's not surprising. And then this, all the rest of this was the drive getting here for the last 30 miles. And then this green dip here is going out of the canyon. And so we'll keep monitoring the estimated arrival percentage, but arriving home with 19 or even 18, 10% is basically our general minimum margin. So the elevation change being what it is, we left home with 98% battery. We got here with 52% battery. By the time we got back to the car, I had the air conditioning on to keep the cabin down to 80 degrees while we were rock climbing. just to avoid my batteries in the car getting overheated. And so that used up 4% of the battery. So it looks like the elevation change is to our favor going back home. And so we're not going to need to stop at the Nephi, Utah supercharger. On the way out, we added some additional dust onto the layer of dust already on our car and enjoyed the beautiful views as we exited the canyon. On the way home, I managed to get some additional drone video just north of Fountain Green of this beautiful valley, and in the distance is Mount Nebo capped with snow. Additionally, on Highway 132, as we were passing Bradley Springs, there is a beautiful area over there in the valley. And here in the distance off through the canyon to the top left of the screen is Nephi and I-15. And on the right side of this valley are these beautiful rock formations. The drive back consumed 392 watt-hours per mile, or 77.3% efficiency. It consumed 43% of our battery, or 34 kilowatt hours. We achieved 85.9 miles per gallon equivalent. The value of that electricity in Utah is $3.72, and we saved $8.71 from what it would have cost us if we had been driving a gasoline vehicle. This brings the total price of this trip in electricity to $7.96, whereas a gasoline vehicle would have cost us $26.52, or a savings of $18.56. When we got home, we plugged in our car and it took 6.5 hours to charge from 13% up to 90%. Brief update here. We're going to be arriving at 16% estimated. We're currently at 17%. And this is the trip graph here. So it was a little bit off, but not much. And this is the consumption over the last 30 miles. We're home!
Ice cream.
We're gonna have some ice cream, yeah.
Ice cream.
We stopped by the store on the way home to pick up some ice cream for the girls as a treat.
Ice cream.
And so we used up a little bit more battery than expected, so we're down to 13%. And so we're going to get the car plugged in and we'll get charged up in a couple of hours, and then we'll be ready for our next adventure.